Hello all, welcome back to Bosco Campus Vision. In the previous session, I've given you a general idea about the novel Indulekha and its author O. Chandamanan. And today, I'll be giving you the summary of the novel Indulekha. Before getting on to the summary, we have to know the characters of the novel. So these are the major characters involved in the novel, starting with Indulekha. Indulekha is portrayed as a graceful Nair girl with good intelligence and artistic talent. She is a young and educated, knowledgeable woman with education in English and Sanskrit. She also knew how to play a piano, fiddle, and knows stitching. And she was in love with Madhavan. Madhavan, he is the hero of the story and he is presented in ideal colors. Madhavan has a remarkable academic career. He passes law examination with a first class. He is handsome and dignified. His knowledge is deep and varied. So that is Indulekha and Madhavan. Then we have Lakshmi Kutti Amma. Lakshmi Kutti Amma, she is Indulekha's mother. Then Govindan Kutti Menon. He is Madhavan's father. Then we have Suri Namboodiripadu. He is portrayed both as a villain and a comic character, and he is Indulekha's suitor. Suri Namboodiripadu considers women only as sexual objects and nothing more than that. So that is about Suri Namboodiripadu. Then Panjumenon. Panjumenon, he is the Karnavan of the house, so he takes all the major decisions in the family. Then we have two minor characters, that is Chinnan and Kalyanikutti. They are Indulekha's and Madhavan's family relatives. So these are the major characters. Now let's have a look at the backdrop or the context of the novel. The Nambudiri Brahmins of Kerala in the late 19th century traditionally had marital relations with Nair women, and it was known by the name Sambandham. It was practiced because only the oldest Nambudiri youth was allowed to marry a Brahmin girl. The younger male sons were encouraged to have sambandham with Nair women in order to maintain male primogeniture, since the children born from such relations belonged to their mother's family. So back in the 19th century Kerala, only the eldest sons of the Nambudiri family were allowed to have an alliance with Brahmin women, and all the younger sons, they were encouraged to have alliance or sambandham with Nair women. And why Nair women? Because in Nair family there was a custom called Marimakatayam. Marimakatayam, it was a system of matrilineal inheritance prevalent in then Kerala. Descent and the inheritance of property was traced through females in Marimakatayam custom, and it was followed by Nairkas, some of the Ambalavasis, Maplas and tribal groups in Kerala. So that is Marimakatayam. And in order to protect primogeniture of Nambudiri Brahmins, primogeniture means only the eldest son having the privilege. So in order to protect that act, in order to protect primogeniture, the youngest Nambudiri sons, they engaged in sambandham with Nair women. And the children born from such relationships, such sambandham, they were to be brought up in the mother's family. So that was a tradition followed in Kerala. And this is the backdrop or the context of the novel. So moving on to the summary of the novel, as we have already discussed, Madhavan and Indulekha, they were cousins and they were attracted to each other. And most of the members of the Taravada had approved of their marriage. But this situation, it takes a turn when Madhavan argues about the need to educate the younger members of the family. So Madhavan, he himself is educated and he comes forward to educate the younger members of the family. So his announcement or his step to educate the younger members of the family, it was taken up by the Karanavan as an open challenge and questioning his authority, as he was completely against the idea of educating children. So we know that in ancient Nair family, the Karanavan, he holds the authority and he takes all the major decisions, and it was completely against his will to educate children. And Madhavan's standing up for them, it created a crisis in the family. Madhavan's repeated assertion that he would take his cousin Chinnan to Madras to educate him irritates the Karnavan. That's quite natural. And Madhavan's announcement that I will educate him disturbs the whole peaceful atmosphere of the family. The irritated Karanavan now takes a vow that he would never allow the marriage of Indulekha and Madhavan. Here enters Suri Nambudripadu, who was ceremoniously invited by Panjumenan to his Taravadu for Sambandham with Indulekha. Suri belonged to a famous illam and is rich. It is to be remembered that he is a womanizer. And he, at first sight itself, falls in love with Indulekha and becomes crazy about her. And there is a conversation between Indulekha and Suri Nambudripadu, and his words speak of his ignorance about many of the contemporary developments in the society. And Nambudiris were generally considered to be the custodians of knowledge, but the English knowing Indulekha, who was proficient in Sanskrit also, exposes the hollowness of the superior status of Nambudiris. And she is stubborn and with all her might refuses to entertain the rich Nambudiri who came to marry her. So she simply denies the marriage proposal put forward by the Karanavan. Suri Nambudripadu felt insulted at the refusal by Indulekha, and he compromises to marry Kalyanikutty, a younger member of Indulekha's family. So instead of Indulekha, he goes on to marry Kalyanikutty, who is only 13 years old. And he also spreads the rumor that he had married Indulekha. Meanwhile, Madhavan, on his return from Madras, hears about this rumor and he is not waiting to clarify the matter and goes back to Madras in disappointment. So, all this time he was in Madras with Chinnan, and when he came back, he hears about the rumor and he goes back to Madras in disappointment. And the people in the Taravadu, they grew worried about Madhavan and goes in search for him. Meanwhile, Madhavan goes to Bombay, then he has a short stay in Calcutta and he makes friends there. And he also has a little misfortune during a train journey where he is robbed of his materials. Finally, he gets all his things back with the help of his friends. Govinda Panikar, who was in search of Madhavan, finds him in Bombay. He clarifies all the confusions and misunderstandings and brings him back. They return home to see the Karanavan changing his mind and deciding to do penance for his vow. Thus, in the end, all the confusions are cleared and Madhavan and Indulekha reunite, and eventually it is revealed to the readers by the author himself that they have a happy family in Madras and they also have 2 kids and they live happily ever after. So the story, it ends on a pleasant note. And the novel as a whole, it depicts the world inside a Nair Taravadu. So that is the summary of the novel Indulekha, and that brings us to the end of this session. In the next lecture, we'll be dealing with the critical analysis of the novel Indulekha. And as assignment, have a comment on the character depiction of Suri Nambudripadu in not more than 150 words. Thank you and have a lovely day.